Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexis Cross. Please bear with my voice. I'm currently fighting bronchitis. Crazy how the devil tries to take my voice after I decide to have courage and really post more on my channel. But I first want to talk about, in my first video today, we are going to talk about seeking after God to fight our battles. And so in 2nd Chronicles chapter 11, or let me give you a backstory. We're going to jump up to verse 9 and end at verse 11, and then we'll break it down. So, once an Ethiopian named Zariah attacked Judah with an army of 1,000,000 men and 300 chariots. Let me also give you a backstory, because in chapter 8 it tells us that King Asa has an army of 300,000 warriors from Judah that have large shields and spears, but he also has 280,000 warriors from the tribe of Benjamin who have small shields and bows. Okay, so they have bow and arrows. The other people have spears. Okay. So, he had 1,000,000 men and 300 chariots. They advanced to the town of Marisha. We're gonna say Marisha. So Asa deployed his armies for battle in the valley north of Marisha. Then Asa cried out to the Lord, his God, because I want to make sure I don't mess up when I read this part. Alright. It says, then Asa cried out to the Lord his God, O Lord, no one but you can help the powerless against the mighty. Help us, O Lord, our God, for we trust in you alone. It is in your name that we have come against this vast horde. O Lord, you are our God. Do not let mere men prevail against you. So, I kind of want to Google horde really quickly. So, horde means a large group of people. So, this Ethiopian having 1,000,000 men and 300 chariots, a large group of people. Anyways, so, after becoming aware that this battle, or that these Ethiopians were coming to attack him, not only did he deploy his army, but he immediately asked God for help. He didn't wait until he saw these people face to face and tried to fight them and, okay, oh shoot, we losing. Let me ask God to help me. No, he immediately said, hey God, they got all these people over here and we don't got as many. And the only person that I know that could deal with this, because this is something out of my control, this is something above my means, this is something above my pay grade, right? I need your help, because only you can conquer this war. Only you can make this battle seem like it's nothing, even though I truly only I have half of what this army has. Like, I got 580,000 soldiers. Like, let's be for real. They got 2 times as much as us. Like, this is not looking likely. But I know that I serve a mighty God, and I know that my God will come through for me every single time. So, I'm going to call out to you, because this is only something you can handle, right? And so in verse 12, it says, so the Lord defeated the Ethiopians in the presence of Asa and the army of Judah, and the enemy fled. Asa and his army pursued them as far as Gerar. And so many Ethiopians fell that they were unable to rally. They were destroyed by the Lord and his army, and the army of Judah carried off a vast amount of plunder. So not only did I seek God and he helped me overcome this army who has come to attack me, but he has also blessed me, because I know that deep down, only God can handle this. That deep down, only my God has the capability of making this Goliath situation, okay, this Goliath situation come to a fall with a slingshot and a pebble. My God can do something so extraordinary that even I can't even imagine it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how I can destroy this thing with you holding my hand, guiding my steps. And so, after this battle, they went back to town or whatever. And they kind of attacked the whole town. So they were blessed with more than just, cattle and things like that. But chapter 15, verse 1 through 4 says, Then the Spirit of God came upon Azariah, son of Oded, and he went to meet King Asa, who was returning from the battle. Right? And so, let me drink, because I want y'all to hear what he says to him. Without a cough, without a hiccup, no interruptions. I want y'all to hear what he has to say. Right. So he says, Listen to me, Asa. He shouted, Listen, all you people of Judah and Benjamin. The Lord will stay with you as long as you stay with him. Whenever you seek him, you will find him. But if you abandon him, he will abandon you. Okay? So when you take your eyes off of God, when you try to act like you are God and solve every little problem, knowing that you're stressing and you're worried about this, and it is not something that you can physically do. Oh, I just yelled at myself. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to get back to this word. Crazy. This message is for me too. But for a long time, Israel was without the true God, without a priest to teach them, and without the law to instruct them. But whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him out, they found him. So God is everywhere. God is everywhere you need him to be, and the places you didn't even know he could go. God is out there helping us, guiding us, leading us, right? And I feel like he's really playing peekaboo with us. Like, he's waiting for us to call out to him. He's waiting for us to ask him for help. He knows what we're going through. And so, I don't know what type of music y'all listen to or anything like that. But this morning, what's today? The 26th. Well, I read this yesterday in my Bible. That's a 365-day Bible. So every day has a New Testament, Old Testament, Psalms, Proverbs. Makes the Bible more digestible for me. And it's also in New Living Translation, which means these are words that I can understand. And it's not King James or New King James. We're not doing ye, thou. We're not. Hey, over my head every time. We're not doing it. Okay? And so, this morning, the song Up In It by Eric Bellinger was playing in my head. First off, the song says to start, but this isn't really the part that I wanted to touch on, but it correlates. Okay? So, the song starts off by saying, Can I come through? Put that on you. Go ahead and choose. You got nothing to lose. It says got nothing to lose, but you got nothing to lose. So it is your decision whether you reach out to God or you don't reach out to God. And if you don't listen to secular music, I don't know what to tell you, because God speaks to me through songs and movies and all types of things. But that's neither here nor there. You can go ahead and click off if you're not okay with secular things. But the part that I wanted to touch base on is, he says, I'm going all out tonight. I know all the things you like. I'll feed your appetite when I fill it up inside. That, we're going to cut that out because that don't have nothing to do with it. But he will feed your appetite. He knows what you're hungry for. He knows what you're yearning for. He also says, know what you need and I got it. All that you want, you ain't got to ask for it. It's okay to let go. Just be waiting for me at the front door. God is waiting for you to open the door to him. God is waiting for you to be like, hey, God, I need you to step in. Because my methods are not, the math is not mathing with the methods that I'm going. Point blank, the math is not mathing. The methods I'm taking, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. I hope y'all can hear that. My voice is really low. But the math is not mathing. And the only way I know that this math is going to math is if you holding my hand. So I have to realize that with God or without God, I have nothing to lose. Because I could either get what I'm asking for or I could get nothing. And in order to make money, you got to risk money. Point blank, period. In order to make money, you got to risk money. You got to be able to risk it for the biscuit. If you're not willing to take no risk in life and just take that leap and see where it gets you, you're not going to get anywhere. Anywhere. Nowhere. Not even up the corner. You're not going to get anywhere. Okay? So God knows what he needs. He knows what you're yearning for. You have to step out on faith and let go and leave it up to him. Open the door and let him come in and work his magic. Invite the Lord into your space. Oh, I wish I had my voice. But anyways, this message still gonna hit voice or no voice, okay? Because the devil really wanted me to take that nap. The devil really wanted me to come in here and, woe is me, I got bronchitis, I can't really breathe, I'm gonna have to use my nebulizer later so my lungs can open up and my asthma can stop. Be whopping me. Like, I'm getting me, okay? The devil really wanted me to succumb to that, but little did he know that God made me a fighter. And anything that I put my mind to, I'm gonna do it. Point blank, period. Pause. Son's calling. Okay, I'm back. So, when you abandon God and you went through those dark times, and your enemies were just overpowering you at that moment, right? During those dark times, it was not safe to travel. Problems troubled the people of every land. Nation fought against nation and city against city, for God was troubling them with every kind of problem. But as for you, you will be strong and courageous, for your work will be rewarded. You trusting in God, you seeking God will be rewarded. You just have to be bold and go and let go and let him move and be okay with the results. Like, let's be real. You have to be okay with what he gives you at the end of the day, whether it's a victory or it's an L. You got to be okay with it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, he is closing a door. He is closing a door so that a bigger and better door can open and show you exactly why you didn't need the thing that you thought you needed. Point blank, period. Kitty-ot. Okay? Now, choosing to be okay with what God gives you, chapter 15, verse 15, still in 2nd Chronicles, right? All in Judah were happy about this covenant, for they had all in Judah were happy about this covenant, for they had entered into it with all their heart. That means you know and hear that God is with you. You have faith in God, good or bad, right or wrong. You have faith in God, okay? They earnestly sought after God, and they found him, and the Lord gave them rest from their enemies on every side. King Asa even deposed his grandmother, Micah. We're gonna say Micah. Sound like a bird though. Anyways, from her position as queen mother, because she had made an obscene Asherah pole. He cut down her obscene pole, broke it up, burned it in the Kidron Valley. Now, when you decide to trust in God, you're going to have to let some people go. Yup. Little Pookie that you have known since you were 5 years old, who is doing things you are no longer trying to do, who is, I don't know, drinking their life away, partying their life away, fraud, scamming, all types of things, not living right, not seeking God. They not even Christians. They don't even know God. Because God says, my sheep know my voice, and they will not listen to anybody else. Those people are listening to themselves. They are doing what's best for themselves in spite of what God is trying to show them. Because at the end of the day, God gives us warning signs, and I'm going to talk about that deeper in another word. But back to what I'm saying. Lil Pookie that you have known since kindergarten, okay? Y'all lived on the same block. Y'all grandmamas went to bingo night together. I don't care what the story is. If you are no longer trying to be in that type of environment, you're not trying to repeat them cycles over and over and over and over, Lil Pookie gonna have to go. Just like he let go of his grandma. Grandma, what is you doing? Grandma, you see me serving God and you still gonna build this pole? That's wild to me. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be okay with letting people go. At the end of the day, we just gotta be okay with letting people go. Because people gonna come and go. And there are gonna be people who are destiny helpers. And there are gonna be people who are destiny blockers. Period. There are gonna be people who are meant to guide you, help you. And there are gonna be people who keep trying to pull you back into what you were previously doing. A good example of this for me is I have this old sneaky link. If you don't know what a sneaky link is, Urban Dictionary. But I have not been outside. I have not been to the club. I have not been to the bar. I have not been to any day parties, night parties, morning parties. It don't matter. I have not been there. I have been in my house. I have been seeking God. I have been working on myself. I have been learning how to make my home feel more like my home. Since I got out of a relationship with March, June, don't know the months. March, April, May, June, July. It's been 5 months since I've been out of that relationship. It cost me my car. It cost me. It made me feel like I was anxious and I was taking on somebody else's demons and insecurities. And once I realized that I wasn't feeling like myself, and the things that I was doing to better myself, going to the gym, reading my Bible, you know what I'm saying? hanging out with my friends who are there for my better good, instead of staying cooped up in this house to sit with my thoughts all day. You know what I'm saying? It was irritating the demons inside of them. And those demons were trying to attack me. And that's okay, because we date the wrong people. Point period. God had to push it to the extreme of me losing my car for me to really hear him, because he was already talking to me, and he was already showing me other things that were characteristics that I don't want my son to have at all. Like, people are really good at putting a customer service voice on for you, let me just tell you. But the thing about customer service, they clock off. They stop using that voice, and they become the real them. And no longer are you seeing the representative, but the real person. But reverse. Back to what we're talking about. Anyways, you're gonna have to cut these people off. No matter how much you care about them, no matter how much you love them, no matter how long the history is. Oh, we done did this together. We did this together. We did this together. I can't let my partner go. And your partner doing everything that you're trying not to do. Crazy. That's really crazy of you to keep trying to hold on to this person who is doing everything against what you're trying to do. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Let Lil Pookie go. Let Lil Nene, Linda, Lisa, Sharon, Karen, Debbie, okay? DeMarcus, I don't care. Whoever they are. If they are not bettering your life, and let me just tell you, God is not a God of confusion. So you're going to know if these people are helping your life or taking from your life. Point blank, period. Start asking yourself how you feel around these people. That wasn't even my word. I'm going into something totally different. But back to the message, okay? So you have to be willing to do everything you thought you wouldn't do to follow God. God will give you the steps that you need to take. At the end of the day, God will show you what you need to do. And in chapter 16, verses 7, it says, at that time, Hanani, the seer, came to see King Asa and told him, because you have put your trust in the king of Aram instead of the Lord, your God, you missed your chance to destroy the army of King Aram. Okay? Don't you remember what happened to the Ethiopians and the Libyans and their vast army with all their chariots and charioteers at the time you relied on the Lord and he handed them over to you? The eyes of the Lord search the whole earth in order to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to him. Okay? So, let me give you a little background on this little battle. Okay? So, there is King Baasha, who was invading Judah, right? And so, he's preventing people from coming and going, you know what I'm saying? And King Asa decided to reach out to King Ben-Hadad of Aram and send him silver and gold. You know what I'm saying? Trying to butter him up. Hey, come help me real quick. Come help me handle this, because your dad and my dad, they had this treaty in the past, and I would like to invoke that same treaty. Now, previously, King Asa was putting his faith in God. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't going down his route of seeking other things, and he was getting the victory. But the moment that he put his faith in King Ben-Hadad, okay? The moment he put his faith in this king, sorry, brain freeze. Is it brain freeze? My brain fart? Whatever. My brain stopped working. Anyways, he put his faith in this king. Previously, the battle happened. He sent his army. He said, hey, yo, God, handle my lightweight. You know what I'm saying? But no, this time he said, oh my gosh, these people are coming to attack me. I gotta find somebody to help me. Like God hasn't been previously helping him. Like God wasn't handing him his enemies. He completely lost his faith in God at that moment. And God let him know, hey, you abandoning me, so I'm gonna abandon you. Point blank, period. Right? It says, what a fool you have been. From now on, you will be at war. Since you don't want to go to war with me by your side no more, right? You can just keep going to battle with King Ben-Hadad. You and Pookie over here can keep fighting these battles. Period. You and Pookie can keep going through this. But as for me, I'm gonna put my energy into people who wholeheartedly seek me and wanna invite me into their life. And I'm not gonna get you wrong, King Saul was mad. He started oppressing his people. He became very angry, a bitter person. Misery loves misery. It does. And not only was he miserable, he threw a boy who brought him this message, Hanani, okay, into prison and put him in stocks. So this man, let me make sure a stock is what a stock is. Although I try to give this visual representation. So, my boy done put old boy in prison like this. Feet, hands, just sitting there. Getting bed sores because he's sitting on his butt on this wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, how crazy is it that you mad this man told you about yourself because you turned from God, and God gave him a message to let you know, hey, you turn to the worldly things, so I'm gonna depart from you. If you don't know how to seek me first and ask for my guidance and my help, I can't help you. What am I supposed to do to somebody who is not wholeheartedly seeking me? What is he supposed to do, right? Romans chapter 9, verse 18. So you see, God chooses to show mercy to some, and he chooses to harden the hearts of others so they refuse to listen. When you abandon God, you are no longer his sheep, and you no longer recognize his voice. Now, that's not to say that you can't never become a sheep again, because when you start seeking God again, he's waiting for you to open the door, like I said. He's waiting for you to invite him in. He's waiting for you to choose him, right? You have to know that deep down inside, God is who he says he is, and that he will do more than he says he will. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we see visions and things like that of what God is doing for us and wants to do for us, right? So now we're gonna move on to Jehoshaphat, who is King Asa's son, right? And chapter 2 Chronicles chapter 17 through 18 is where we diving in, okay? So verse 3. The Lord was with Jehoshaphat because he followed the example of his father's early years and did not worship the images of Baal. Okay? So he was like, I seen how good my daddy had it when he was seeking God, and I would rather seek God so I can have the favor of God like my daddy did, right? He sought his father's God and obeyed his commands instead of following the evil practices of the kingdom of Israel. And these people is worshiping Baal. They building totem poles or whatever. astral poles and things of that nature, cutting themselves, sacrificing their kids, all types of craziness. Okay? So the Lord established Jehoshaphat's control over the kingdom of Judah. All the people of Judah brought gifts to Jehoshaphat, so he became very wealthy and highly esteemed. He was deeply committed to the ways of the Lord. He removed the pagan shrines and the Asherah poles from Judah. And when I was reading this, it made me think about how gracious a God we serve, that he doesn't hold our parents' transgressions against us. I'm not saying generational curses are not a thing, because they are greatly a thing. And if you are unaware of the generational curses that are affecting your family, I want you to take a moment and sit down and truly reflect on those things, right? And so, there is a person named Ahab, right, who wanted Jehoshaphat to work with him, right? He wanted to go to war, right? And so, voice can reach. So, then Ahab enticed Jehoshaphat to join forces with him to recover Ramoth Gilead. Will you go with me to Ramoth Gilead? King Ahab of Israel asked King Jehoshaphat of Judah, right? And Jehoshaphat's like, sure, why not? We won in the same. Your troops are my troops are your troops. We can definitely help you in this battle, right? Then Jehoshaphat added, but first, let's find out what the Lord says, okay? Let's find out what God says. And this is what I mean when I say destiny helpers and destiny blockers, okay? So the king of Israel summoned, prophets to come speak to him to answer his question. And these are prophets that's going to do whatever he wants to do because they don't lie to him. Or they don't tell him the truth. Let's put that like that, right? And so he asked these 400 people. They all replied, yes, go right ahead. God will give the king victory. But Jehoshaphat asked, is there not also a prophet of the Lord here? We should ask him the same question. Seek God, okay? They ask this other prophet, and he's like, hey, look, if you go out to battle, you're going to die. You're going to die. This is the last day that you will be on earth, okay? And so, I'm gonna touch on that a little bit more later. But God sent him a warning, like, hey, seek after me correctly, listen to my word, be obedient to me, and I will give you victory. And of course he chose not to listen and he died. But imagine all the times that God gives us a chance to not only choose him, but be an epitome of what it looks like to seek God. When you show your belief and faith in God, he opens the floodgates to you. So I just want to leave you guys with this thought. Imagine all the things you've gone through in life, and think about all the times that you've actually called out to God wholeheartedly, putting your faith in him, knowing that he will guide you, and it's ended victorious. But I also want you to think of all the times that you tried to move in your own ways and things went downhill so quick. You can't even believe how things went left. I want you guys to keep seeking God. I want you guys to experience the milk and honey that God has for us when we choose to invite him into our homes, into our lives, into our hearts, into our thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Into everything that we are. And he chooses to open the floodgates and blesses us abundantly. Abundantly. Just flowing through and through. I hope you guys like this reading. If you like this video, this reading, because I'm reading the Bible. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I truly want to recommend. This is the 1 Year Bible. It's the New Living Translation. There are multiple other versions of this same Bible. You can get them on Amazon. Just Google. It'll pull it up. If you like body butters, candles, I think I'll put my website in. I'm going to put my website in the description. I think I might also put a link to this Bible in the description for those who want to purchase it. If you're interested in having a mug kind of like my mug, I do make these. So just let me know. You can leave a comment and I'll let you know how to reach out to me. But seek God wholeheartedly and include him in every aspect of your life, and watch how he blesses you. So if nobody told y'all today, I love you. I am proud of you. You are doing an amazing job by taking the first step, whether it's a baby step, whether it's a leap, whether you're running, it's a gallop, it doesn't matter. You're choosing God, and God is about to show you what it's like when you choose him. So I hope you guys are having a great day, evening, whenever you find this message. Peace.